Alright, welcome to the live stream. I'll be right up. We'll be starting this live stream in a moment. I just need to go to the bathroom real quick, and we'll be joining the boys from the DeathMatchClub in a second. Please stay tuned. We'll be starting the live stream very soon. Alright, let's get the live stream on the road. Oh, where's my capture? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's join into the deathmatch club.
Well, as soon as I put up the announcement or whatever, like the same day.
So we're with the boys from the deathmatch club. We're playing.
I have a bomb.
I have 5 money for Booba. There you go.
Make sure that the live stream is okay. Hey guys, talk for 1 second.
I have an only. A Kage Magane OnlyFans. How's that sound?
Alright, I guess that's gonna right anyways. That's my phone, I need to see the live chat. I got myself my
Oh yeah, this map.
Oh yeah.
Rook!
Yeah, this is the cool looking one.
Rook sex.
Yup. What?
Rook
There's a mod.
sex.
The Brooklyn. Fuck.
So, Fries, what did you do to fix it?
Got today's
Uninstalled and reinstalled it.
uninstall and okay. Well, there you go.
It's funny because I stayed on this copy of It's funny because I actually stayed on this copy of 227K for quite a while anyway.
Damn,
I mean, let's see. The last version of 227K came out like
liquor.
I think was that like earlier this year or was that late last year? I don't
I
remember.
think it might have been somewhere last year, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so it hasn't been as far as old Unreal patches go. That's pretty recent.
Yep.
Right.
Whereas Unreal Tournament's been continuing to have release candidates.
Yeah, it's just a more popular game.
That's
Theoretically,
completely fair,
anyway,
yeah.
because it's
Well,
like
yeah,
I mean,
completely fair, obviously.
because it ain't really doing that much numbers in multiplayer, at least not on normal servers.
Man, I try to play the game and open my my drink.
Cool.
The thing is, like,
That's so unreal.
there we go.
Oh,
To use my teeth. I decided to drink some non-alcoholic alcohol.
non-alcoholic alcohol.
I can't,
Bread.
Do any of
juice.
the DOS ports
I can't drink
for
it. Oh shit.
and work with CGA?
What did you say?
Do any of the DOS ports for the Descent work on CGA?
DOS
I don't-
ports?
Are you
Yeah.
talking about like DOS source ports? I mean,
I don't.
maybe?
Are there any
I-
DOS source ports of Descent?
I know there was like a
Like some-
I know prior to having DXX Rebirth, apparently, there was a thing called I guess we'll use Descent 1 as an example for this for easier explanation. D1X. And that had IPX support. I mean, granted, it was a Windows thing too. So that was how I originally got me and my siblings to play Descent in my bedroom without having 3 old computers. One is my main PC, probably is a way. Well, yeah, we also did it on Kali as well, because that emulates IPX.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of wanted a way to play Descent multiplayer on my Pentium 3 laptop at the time, but I can't use DX Rebirth. That would be kind of weird, and I don't think it would work.
Yeah. I mean, what is DX Rebirth, by the way?
It's a source port for Descent 1 and 2.
Right. Apparently, everyone's go-to port for the game.
Yeah, at least until ICDP, you know, actually goes somewhere.
Right.
Or the Neptune engine, I think, as it's, sort of called.
Huh. I'm guessing it's because we were hoping for, like, a widescreen friendly, well, cockpits, probably.
Yeah, because that includes that.
Huh. Now, it would be interesting if someone did, like, how I would imagine, like, the widescreen cockpit from Descent 2 as a high-res type thing, while having the, basically Descent 1 for the Mac, but widescreen friendly. That's why I would envision it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Especially
that's
if we're
what, that's
talking-
what I would want from a remaster of Descent 1.
Same here, honestly. If there was
Like,
going to be a remaster,
have a
something like
toggle
that,
to switch between the DOS and Mac graphics, and have an option to switch between the DOS MIDI music and the Mac Redbook music.
right.
Because like
Yeah.
that right there, that's perfect remaster material right there. You don't even really need to
Right.
do anything else.
And it would make
aside
perfect
from
sense,
make sure
too,
everything
because
works.
it would make perfect sense, too, because that was almost going to happen in '96 or some shit. Through, like, an enhanced edition version of
Yeah.
Descent 1.
Like a
But apparently it didn't
remaster.
happen, I guess.
Like a remaster, I guess.
Well, enhanced CD-ROM, I would say.
Oh.
Allowing Redbook audio and the same shit you would see in Descent 2, but it's Descent 1. Apparently, that unfortunately didn't happen. Instead, whatever was done for that possibly ended up on the Macintosh version.
You should play. You should do Descent 1 for the Macintosh on a stream or something.
Well, I can probably see how well it'll run, but I feel like that might have that speed sensitive issue, I recall.
Actually, I don't know because I don't know. I don't know if the Mac version.
I could vaguely recall trying this on a iMac G3, which, well, it's a bit lower clock speed than the one I have, albeit we're talking about a G3 power PC as opposed to a G4 power PC, and the G4 has a higher clock speed.
Yeah.
So I tried that on iMac G3 at one point. Then again, I could be wrong. The game was pretty fast and also hard to move with a mouse.
Okay. Then I guess never mind. I would have thought that, you know, that was mostly a thing that was specific to like x86 architecture or something.
Now, if there was a way to throttle the speeds of the Mac, then maybe I'll try again and see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, on these days on a DOS or Win9X PC, you can use slowdown.com to actually get like, you know, a good, like, you know, correct speed for Descent 1. If you emulate like a Pentium 133 using the 70H interrupt, it should run at the correct speed and smoothly.
Back when upgrading your processor would actually make the game unplayable.
Well, that was really only for specific games, and that was only for like a very specific time. That
Even
being from like
weirder
early to mid '90s, because like, you know, I mean,
What's
after
also
that.
I was about to say, what's also more strange is the fact that, you know, in terms of Descent, apparently there's people that prefer to play it on slower machines because they can control the game pretty fine, even on a mouse. Because the lower the frame rate, the more, I guess, more easy it is to control.
Yeah, the mouse is more responsive at lower frame rates.
Right, especially when it comes to aiming.
And that is also the mouse thing also still applies to Descent 2 as well.
Apparently. So yeah, unless you were one of those people that were rocking a Sidewinder 3D Pro and comfortable using it, yeah, you basically are pretty much better off playing on maybe like a 486 or a low-end Pentium. To at least play it comfortably.
You know, I'd find on a Pentium 3 clock at 650 megahertz.
Though, unless you want to say fuck it, you know, fuck the fucking cockpit and all that crap, just then play 640 by 480 on a later version.
I have to try to get myself the Pentium machine.
Because funny enough, later versions of Descent allowed to play 640 by 480, but lacked the graphics needed for it. So you're always playing on the minimal HUD.
Viewers, is my audio correct? Can you hear me, viewers?
I hear you just fine, EggPlant.
I'm talking to my you're fine.
Oh yeah, your Chatterbait stream.
Hey!
Ha ha!
But, I'm thinking of actually building a Pentium build, but...
Building one, I feel like, is going to be much more costly than finding one.
Yeah.
But also, finding one is just harder.
Well, of course. I mean, at an affordable price, pretty much.
Well, I mean, depends on what your budget is, honestly.
Yeah,
that
at
too,
this point, I would probably but buy a laptop.
Oh yeah, this map.
Because I honestly am running out of room for desktop computers, unfortunately, so...
You know what we should do, Spees?
Yeah, what's that?
We should add some swimming.
I mean, honestly, I've been expressing the desire to start going into collecting vintage Macs, like compact Macs, because they always look interesting by design.
What's interesting about
I feel like those are probably even more expensive to collect than PCs.
Well, if you're talking about ones that are actually working or recapped, yeah, definitely. But if the only thing that, could allow you to get stuff like that on a rather somewhat reasonable price has more so to do with if you're willing to take the time to repair it or surface it, like make sure it's not prone to, well, being broke, I guess. Like the capacitors being a concern, and of course the fucking leakage of batteries leading in some corrosion.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be
that's something
cleaning
you
some
have to
boards,
keep
might
in
be
mind.
right, because those Macs were prone to that shit, apparently. Those leaking capacitors and leaking batteries too on top. And they apparently leak despite not turning it on. The more it just sits there, the more it's likely to leak.
Yeah.
That's how pretty tricky they are. This also applies to not just the logic board, but the analog board, where some of the Mac's CRTs are powered with. So, repairing those machines an absolute necessary thing to do. So I think that might be a good start somewhere if I want to get into soldering. And also try to learn how to discharge a CRT monitor, because apparently that shit will carry a nasty shock
Oh
if you're not
yeah,
careful.
that is extremely dangerous to work on CRT.
Yes, exactly. So that's why you need to learn how
when
to...
they don't work anymore, I just trash them.
I feel like if you do your research thoroughly and not be reckless with how you do your things,
Yeah,
then you
don't
should be
fucking
okay.
die. Just do not die.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of hard to do when the thing's
To make it
happen.
more of a safer option would be to get a high voltage probe and some alligator clips so you can clip onto some metal to ground it.
Luckily,
Crap.
most of my CRTs now are working, so...
I have a couple of CRT monitors, but they're kind of showing some signs that it could be on their way out. Maybe.
I have only one, and it is really, it's, aside from some slight burn-in, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I'm looking to buy a HD CRT.
I'll probably likely study one of my other CRTs if I felt the need to start recapping them and
Honestly,
maybe...
I've recapping computers is one thing, but for me, I feel like I would personally be the most hesitant about doing it with a CRT.
Oh, yeah, that's fair, because they are
Because I don't want to fucking
pretty.
die.
Yeah,
That's
they're
why you gotta
dangerous
do your
as
research.
So CRTs, like when you crack them open, like break the glass, like is there a possibility of something bad happening to you, basically, or fumes?
Well, the concern has more so to do is how the tube, even when it's powered off, carries in a lot of voltages. And if you were not careful and you touched it, it's going to leave a nasty shock that's pretty painful, and God forbid you had both your hands touching it, because that shock will probably transfer to your heart. And that would possibly either lead to
Straight
some
through the
injury or
heart.
death. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that. Fuck, I'm glad I talked to you guys before I opened mine up. I broke one of my CRTs, and I was like, fuck, I want to fix it.
Actually, yeah, I could probably at least show you some of the research I've been looking into, but I have not got some experience yet, but I'm just doing my research on this. Definitely look into, I mean, unless you want to jerry-rig a long-ass screwdriver with a wire on it,
That
whatever the fuck they do.
sounds...
It's pretty jank.
Yeah, that does not sound safe.
That's why I'm looking towards a high voltage probe that you can find on Amazon for a pretty, well, it's a little bit pricey, but it's better to be pricey than
Better to pay the price than fucking die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better safe than dead, basically.
Better safe than sorry, as the mob says.
Well, and replace sorry with dead. Because that shit carries a lot of voltage, as I said. And
Yeah.
if you're not careful, you're probably going to be hurt pretty bad.
Or probably he'll end up on electro boom.
Something like that.
If you're electro broom, that probably doesn't matter to you.
I feel like the funny part is I kind of seem, I don't think they seem real, but I can, at the same time, I kind of see it being funny regardless, because it's kind of like, you know, even if it's fake, it's kind of demonstrational in some ways.
What are you
Like-
talking about?
Electro Boom, the YouTube channel.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know the clip where he made an electric guitar literally and zapped himself as he was about to play it?
No.
Okay, I gotta find
I know
it
that
then.
guy's YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I'll
They're
find
fun.
him.
Guy's a crack.
Fucking hilarious.
Fun, dude. He's like just, always electrocuting himself with everything. Take shit up fire. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta find something.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, here you go. I'm sending you the video so you can check it out. This is a clip version of it, not a video, but it gives you a gist of
Oh
what
yeah,
the
this
fuck
guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Electro Boom.
Yeah, that's the guy. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, you were saying the guy that always shocks himself, and I was like, that sounds familiar.
Right.
Let's see.
I wonder if he's ever just. I wonder if someone got him the idea about making a video this time about CRT monitors or cathode ray tubes as they are.
I do know that,
Crazy.
Yeah,
How is
Imagine-
how is this guy not dead?
it's a possibility that
Like, at
this
his
might
age-
be. Right. I feel like there's a possibility that people probably say or debate about this, but there's a possibility it could be pretty much fake. But even if it was, it's kind of funny regardless because of the
Yeah.
fact that
You mean an electro
shocked-
boom?
man shocks himself for the funny.
Yeah, but
Whereas
I think the idea of it being real is a little funnier.
Fair
I
enough.
think it's real because you can literally hear the current.
fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
he-
that's been
I mean,
the
you
he
could
thing.
very
lowers-
easily add such a thing in post, but
Right.
He
Plus, I
lowers
feel
the voltage
like-
so he don't kill himself, you know?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's been a debate I've seen, but even if it was fake, it'd be kind of a little bit funny for demonstrational reasons. Maybe I don't know just how clever it is. But then again, I mean, I'll leave it at
Yeah,
that being
dude,
real.
man.
Actually, because, what?
is that a Duke skin? Or no,
Might
that's
be-
not Duke. That's not a Duke skin. It's the guy with the bald guy with an eye patch. Why did I think that was Duke?
I thought it was.
Well, Duke. Well, who knows? I mean, Duke was wearing an eye patch this whole time.
He's a real
but yeah,
dude from Duke Nukem Blood.
Or more like this is not Duke Nukem. It's the main character from Plunder and Pillage, a Duke Nukem mod.
I can't. That
It's
sounds a little
basically,
familiar.
Yeah, basically pirate Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I figured.
It's made by the same person that later went to make another build engine mod that's basically, it's based on Saddam Hussein.
Crazy.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Breakfast Saddam.
yeah, Quest for Saddam, I believe. Yeah, and that same person was also responsible for that live stream of that LAN party.
What? What land party?
That one LAN party live stream that featured Rise of the Triad and CRT monitors and all that crap. I'm not sure if you knew about that one.
I'm not recalling which.
Okay, let me
live
find it
stream, yeah.
again. You know the channel Tech Jesse, right?
Tech what?
Tech Jesse, like Jesse Petrilla.
I think so.
Okay, this stream I'm referring to. He featured Rise of the Triad as well on this live stream. I believe that's the same person that did those two Duke Nukem mod.
Could be.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Right. Ow.
Then I'm so alone.
FOV 1000. Gosh.
You know what? How do I increase the FOV?
FOV and then a number, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold
For
on.
best results, type FOV and press number, and then the number you should put in is 1. You're welcome.
Yeah.
This is how you win a video game. Play at the FOV of 1.
You will see so much.
Exactly.
I don't trust you guys. You gotta...
Rift watch my stream. What? Alright, let me look.
I have wall hacks.
Oh, he's playing it funny FOV. Okay.
I play it
I
out.
mean, to be fair, I mean, whenever I play on widescreen resolutions, I play at 106.
I play it on
106,
Canadian
baby.
internet, which is powered by maple syrup.
Real. Now, if it was the resolution I'm playing right now, which is 1440 by 1080, then 90 FOV as usual. Why is this peak?
Because it's unreal.
Yeah,
Because it is.
Because it's unreal.
Exactly. It's called Unreal because it is. Fuck. Oh shit. Fuck.
Fuck.
Back when Tim Sweeney was making good games.
When Tim Sweeney was, you know, a programmer and not a complete fucking sellout.
Yes.
Gotta question yourself about Tim Sweeney as a person.
He never
Oh,
replied
hopefully.
to me if Fortnite was coming to the Dreamcast.
Yeah, Sweeney, when are you gonna open the vault? Fucking Christ. I mean, unfortunately, there's no vault, but he probably has something in his basement. I wouldn't be surprised.
Like Randy's magical little USB stick.
A copy of it. It's Tim Sweeney's house.
Yeah.
Don't
Real.
need an X
He lent it to
Epstein.
Tim. Fuck.
You know what was really cringe? Is that Randy Savage, not Randy Savage, but Randy Pitchford.
How you
Randy
confuse
Savage
the two.
Randy Pitchford actually, like, at the Game Award was like, "Are you guys ready for Borderlands Flippin' 4?" But he ruined
Honestly,
it.
Oh, yeah,
just
it
the
cost
fact that
$80.
the fact he tweeted, "If you're a real fan, you'll buy it for $80," is the most
damn.
scumbag shit I've ever heard.
If you're a real fan, you're gonna buy it for $80.
It's like
Joke's on you, Randy. I've never
like
been
that
a
like
fan
that
of
is that is
Borderlands.
the most like that's the most scumbag boss thing I've ever heard.
Because he is a
Do you remember that one quote retweet he had against that one, Devolver Digital?
Well, what was it?
Let me find it. I found it somewhere at the Duke 4 Discord, of course. Yeah, there it is. The fucking Myco Punk thing. Apparently, Myco Punk was dissing the Borderlands 4 price tag, and Randy quote retweeted, saying, "It's the game was cheaper than a point of meth. Probably has fewer side effects too. Apparently."
What the fuck?
Cheaper
Yeah.
cheaper than a what? No.
Myco Punk is cheaper than a point of meth. Probably has fewer side effects too. That's what Randy said as response.
It's probably a better game than Borderlands
Yeah,
4.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was after Devolver made a post saying you're gonna be able to buy my Copunk for you and 3 of your friends for the price of 1 copy of Borderlands 4.
That's crazy.
Actually,
Yeah.
Devolver makes better games than Gearbox.
Yeah,
does.
no, they do. They absolutely do.
And Randy,
Or they
Randy acts
publish
like he's
better
tough
games
shit.
because they're really more of a publisher.
Now, Running with Scissors and Devolver would be the only publisher I would go with for my games.
Running with Scissors does like 1 franchise.
I know.
Funny
But
enough, they almost
the-
went with more than 1 franchise, but that game got canned and became Lost Media.
What game was that?
I think Ellie sent me some Lost Media page somewhere.
Oh, is it the game that we're gonna make where it's like a blob? And he takes over
it was like a yeah, something like that. I think.
Though no, I don't know why they didn't make it though. Would have been an interesting game though.
Right.
I do know that we're working on Assaulted Battery.
Yeah, so apparently, yeah, they almost made another property for their company, but no, they just stuck with Pulsar as their only franchise.
Yep, because they couldn't really be bothered to do anything else.
Well, they're a small team now, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, so it was like New Blood.
Imagine if there was a sequel to Dusk.
Bro, you know, the amount of updates that Dusk has gotten over the years, that I feel like that effort could have been put into making a 4th episode.
Or a sequel.
Or, well, I don't know about a sequel, because that's a lot more work. But...
Oh, fair enough. I wonder if
Like-
they were fixed to more of Dusk World, because that had
I don't think they've really touched it.
pretty sad, though.
Yeah.
Because it was a pretty fun multiplayer experience.
It really is.
But it had some issues here and there.
Yeah, no, it had some issues, like players being invisible. I think there might be a cross-play issue between Steam and GOG.
Maybe. We'll have to look into that
Because I
again.
think they might not have full feature parity or something.
Probably. I feel like, well,
Or
I'm
not
not sure
feature
how easy...
parity, but like, you know, not be the exact same, you know, client version or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that
but
could
there's
be,
also the possibility of, like, we gotta figure out how often will this trigger.
I don't know.
If it's frequent, then yeah, that's a huge problem.
Hold on, let me.
But if it's, like, rare, then it's only a matter of
Mm.
someone,
There.
bringing it up, and then we'll address it.
Need to
I
adjust
feel
the
like-
audio a little bit, sorry.
Yeah.
But still needs to be fixed regardless at this point.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Doom the Dark Ages. Never tried it, but I think
I've-
Rick has.
I played it. It's like, I don't know,
Is it
man.
good?
I feel like it's like there's some directions that I liked, but like I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of things that they've done that it just doesn't feel very Doom-like.
Right.
To me, the game just
But
doesn't doesn't look like Doom. It looks like a mod for Doom.
I mean, it's Doom, but heavily inspired by He-Man.
Well,
as
no,
Hugo Martin would
He-Man
say.
was the inspiration for some things in Doom Eternal. That's
yeah.
what I recall.
Speaking of Eternal,
Doom the Dark Ages is more like God of War, if anything.
Doom, but God of War.
I mean, with a little bit of Heretic sprinkled in on it.
Yeah,
Big fucking crossbow.
big fucking cock.
Hmm.
BBC.
Big motherfucking dicks.
Bitch, nuts, mother, dick.
Bad dragon, big black dragon cock.
By the way, Riff, I've been meaning to ask you, are you looking forward to GTA 6?
I really just don't care about GTA 6.
Wake me up when GTA 2.
I don't really care about GTA 6.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait for a GTA 2 event than wait for GTA 6.
GTA 2,
Or
the
even a
problem
GTA
is
1
you
event.
have to port forward, I think.
Not if we have IPX wrapper to help with that. We could just use Fraggle's fucking DOSBox server, baby.
Yeah, but GTA 2 wasn't released on DOS.
Well, no.
Well, IPX wrappers for Windows games on
Yeah.
IPX.
Yeah, it
Oh,
just,
it's a wrapper.
It can use DOSBox dedicated servers as a means to route players.
Right. That's how we
Yeah.
did Take No Prisoners multiplayer at one point. We should probably do that again at some point.
Yeah, that
Well,
would be fun.
Maybe.
You should play Gore Ultimate Soldier. Yeah, that game was fun.
Oh yeah, the last time I did a event at my server for it. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I don't know if I streamed that.
I don't think you did. Probably the last event before I rebranded the server again.
Yeah.
Yup. But nonetheless.
Yup.
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 Yup. Every time you jump in Hexen 2. Yup.
Yeah, yes, Brian, that is the joke.
Exactly. Ow.
Fuck.
Honestly, there's not a lot of new games that interest me like recently. Apart from Mafia the Old
I don't blame
Country,
you.
Apart from Mafia the Old Country, and apparently a new Resident Evil game, that's pretty much it.
Oh, by the way, speaking of new games, or new-ish games, apparently, me and my brother and his friend, I ended up trying Overwatch 2, apparently.
And
I guess it's alright. I don't know if
No,
I'd be playing it very often.
It's.
I mean, I did pretty okay. I did pretty decent with Soldier 76, but that's about it.
I mean, yeah, but he's like the basic choice.
Yep.
The more you play it, the more you start to realize how hollow of a game it is.
me, it's
Fair
mostly
enough.
that it was a paid game and now it's free to play, so...
I mean, I guess. The one thing I don't like about Overwatch is its lack of custom content. Where, I mean, if you compare it to something like Team Fortress 2, there's a shitload of
Yeah,
TF2
that is-
And
custom
even
that
content.
is the
APB
modern-
Reloaded. Like, APB
Yeah, no,
Reloaded
that-
had, like, is like the game for custom content.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's really just. Yeah, no. It's a closed off esports game with no fucking soul.
APB is more like a GTA Online game.
What's APB?
It's a GTA, it's GTA Online before GTA Online was a thing.
What does it stand for?
All Points Bulletin. It's a fun game, but you have to be really into it to enjoy it.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto World of Warcraft, basically.
That's really fucking weird.
It's an MMO.
What the fuck?
I remember there was like a top-down GTA clone on Steam that was free to play, but the weird part is, I mean, it's called Gene Shift Auto, but
Oh, that game.
given the
yeah.
whole fucking, because of a certain game type of craze at the time, it got rebranded to look like as if it's a battle royale game.
Yeah, that pissed me
Bro.
off.
That's crazy.
So
It was
basically,
called,
top-down GTA battle royale game.
It was
Really?
called Genocide or something like that, and they changed their name to Gen Shift Auto, and it's not even the same game anymore.
It's basically top-down Fortnite.
Yeah,
with
because
vehicles.
before that, the game was actually pretty fun. It wasn't. There was no battle royale pass or anything like that. There was no battle royale mode. It was really just a top-down GTA multiplayer type thing, and now it got rebranded into this.
Right. I was almost tempted to try it before I found out about it. I changed my mind.
There's
Never since
also there was also another game that I remember seeing on Steam. It was called Street Arena.
That sounds like the name of a shitty mobile game.
It was
Street Arena. That almost reminds me of Fragtown, a map set for Quake. If you think about it.
Street Arena
Sure,
was
I
like
guess.
a GTA clone, like one of the first ones, but it had like
Huh.
multiplayer. The reason why it grabbed my attention back in the day, like in the 2015 or 2016, I would say. I don't remember when the game was released, but it's because it was supported on Linux.
Linux, native Linux gaming be
Yeah.
like.
Now native Linux gaming is no longer
kinda like-
necessary.
Bro,
Alright.
I've
It's like
I
how
learned that one of my
you know,
coworkers is a Linux user, and he's the most neckbeard looking ass.
Yeah, he's
guy
one of
ever.
us. He's one of us.
No, he's not. He's kind of incompetent.
I use Arch, by the way.
No, he uses some I don't even remember. Some
Oh.
obscure distro, or like he
Shockwave.
recommended this obscure distro for gaming that uses like a fork of Proton
What the
or
fuck?
something.
A
I don't
fork of
I don't
Proton.
fucking know. But
The
he
only
gave me
fork
the
of
whole
Prot-
spiel about how good Linux gaming is getting now. You know, the thing that every Linux user does.
Right.
And
I
it's like,
tried to use
yes, I
Windows
know
to-
how shit Microsoft is, but I also use Photoshop. So I'm not quitting Windows.
Well,
Um,
it's
switch
like,
to
you know,
Linux.
I mean, it's like for me, I know how shit Microsoft is, but I use VTuber software.
Yeah,
And
like
they also
he made this point about how, you know, I should have said to him, but like, you know, he made this point about how, you know, there's all this alternative software that will do the exact same thing that the software on Windows does.
Bro,
I should-
just switch to Linux.
And I should have said it. I should have told him that, like, you know, they probably aren't maintained enough. They
Yeah.
probably don't have the the feature set that I want.
GIMP is
Right.
always
And
maintained.
there's a reason that I probably haven't heard of them, because they probably aren't that good.
Right, there's definitely some VTuber software for Linux, but they aren't as well, basically they're not as
that's
fleshed out as
basically,
something like VC
VTuber
based,
software
yeah.
on Linux sucks, but the rest is pretty good. I use Shotcut for my video editing. And I
Right,
never
and
looked
always,
back.
you know,
Is it like
Yeah.
what is that on par with like Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or anything, or is that more like Windows Movie Maker?
No, it's on par with those things. There's also
Okay.
Flowblade with Flow. Yeah, I think it's Flowblade. I use also. That is very on par with them.
But yeah, no, and then like, you
um,
know, I'm working, and I hear this guy talking. I hear the same guy talking. I don't know, just someone else in like the adjacent room about some Second Amendment bullshit. And I'm just like, God, you just don't fucking trust anybody, man, because ugh.
Welcome to
Honestly,
the IT
on the-
world, Rift. Welcome to the IT world.
Yeah, that's fucking IT for you, especially in my fucking neck of the woods, where everybody's a fucking government sellout.
I've been in the
I
IT business since I was 5 years old.
I work at an IT job at the Canadian government where to recycle computers and fix them. I fucking hated that job because there was
Yeah.
like some guy who was on the phone. He wasn't even doing anything. Like I was doing
Oh,
all
yeah.
the job, and I just
Yeah,
quit.
no, there was a guy like that before I worked there, and he got fired.
Oh,
Like, here's
here
the thing,
they
I
go,
think
they
for the
don't even
most
fired.
I think for the most part, the job, at least so far, is tolerable. I can't see myself really doing that for, more than a year, because I really want to pivot into software QA, because I feel like I can actually, have like, do something that kind of fucking matters somewhat, instead of, working for some fucking, working on the servers that run some bank or some AI shit.
Right. To answer your question, Omega Drummer, apparently, for one, you have to have it on your install of Unreal, and second, the server has to have it on their server as well. They don't have a way to download player screens
Yeah,
without the server
it's
having
like,
it.
yeah, I feel like most games from this time abide by that rule, except for like Half-Life for some reason.
Now, apparently, because of the fact that I run the server, this allowed me to apparently put in the server, well, custom skins I want on it. So that's how you're seeing it.
Like, I hated my IT job. I work at mostly for fixing computers and recycling them. My job was mostly to fix them. But I remember, like, I got so pissed at the guy. And,
Huh.
like, I take a computer from the crate. And I was asked to fix it, by him, so I fixed it. I fixed the laptop. It was
Good
all
ahead,
working and
guys.
everything. I bring it to the guy. The
You'll
guy
have a
said,
good
"Oh,
night."
well, it has the sticker in the back. We have to recycle it." I almost got buck wild on him. I'm like, "What the fuck? What did you do all day? You were talking to your fucking friend all day on the phone. You didn't do a goddamn thing."
Yeah, it do be like that.
So I quit the job because it was toxic. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And also, I had I think they got in trouble too because I have because of my mental disability, I have a psychological issue.
Is
And
it autism?
No, it's worse. Well, it's not a mental disorder. It's really like a psychology problem I have.
A mental condition?
Yeah, I have a mental condition. I don't remember the
What's
name
it called?
of it. I don't remember
Oh.
the name, but it has something to
What's
do
the
with
symptoms?
anxiety.
Anxiety disorder?
Yeah, that's what I have.
So you just have anxiety then?
No,
I mean,
I have panic attacks as well. When I have
I
anxiety,
mean,
it becomes like
that is
panic.
that is a level of anxiety disorder, I think.
Yeah, but
Right.
me, I have it severely because I have panic attacks. That's why I was
I mean,
in
do you
the hospital.
do you take any medicine for?
Yeah,
that?
I take medicines. I
Yeah.
have medicine for that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's really bad.
Mm.
Ow.
That's why I was in the hospital last week because I had a severe panic attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My wife gets those.
Yeah.
I think
My
I recall
wife.
I can recall having a panic attack like once or twice recently.
Honestly, I haven't really had I can't really remember the last time I had like a panic attack. Cause I don't know. I guess you know once I started taking like Prozac, I think I kind of just had that figured out for the most
Huh.
part.
How are you
Right.
feeling right now, EggPlant?
Oh, I'm feeling okay right now.
Take the shit. Ah, fuck.
I'm feeling fine right now. I'm just like, it's mostly just stress now. Because the reason why I did a panic attack was well, I don't really want to talk it. I don't want to talk about it on stream. It's kind of personal.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
But it's mostly I did a panic attack.
yeah. I don't know
Fair enough.
why we're talking about this on a live stream.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm fine.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I'm just stressed out. I'll probably talk about it once offline when we're offline, but
Right. Well, I mean, there's also what you said, the text voice chat too. If
yeah, I
you
was
do a bit
in the
of trolling.
hospital when I chatted there. Because I was
I
supposed
was
to
on my
join
way.
in. I was supposed to join in. I don't remember what it was, the game we were supposed to. We were playing last.
Wait, too. I was on my way home, and luckily I made it there to the event because it looks like nobody was joining.
I
Yeah,
was gonna join.
Yeah.
But I
So I had
thought
to fill in.
I was gonna join, but I was in the hospital and they didn't allow me to use my computer.
Oh. It's funny enough, I did have that sleep study, and where I was kind of allowed
Let me
to be
use
on...
my computer, or I'm gonna have a panic attack again.
No, I cooperated. I cooperated.
What?
I cooperated because I mean they're doing their job.
I know. You should let the nice people do their job.
Basically,
No,
I mean,
I'm
I
not
was...
one of those Karen that has a panic attack just for attention.
That's not even a panic attack. That's just a conniption.
Yeah,
Or I guess technically not even a conniption. Just having a fucking fit.
Yeah, me
I want
is
my
I
Szechuan
start
sauce.
having a panic attack when I'm in a certain situation.
Imagine if I went to the doctor and they couldn't give me a certain medicine, for example, and I'd be like, I want my Szechuan sauce. Ah!
Ew.
Rag!
Ew. That sucks. That's a fucking
guy would
cringe.
be
That's a cringe
Karen.
ass reference.
That's a
cringe
Karen.
ass.
Pickle Rag!
No, that's a
Rag!
clout chaser. That's a clout chaser right there.
Oh my god. I have my friend's little brother. Every time I see him, he's like, Pickle Rick!
Ew. Ew.
This is how you grow
Abort
up.
him.
I'm a pickle
Abort him
Rick, and
post
you're a
birth.
pickle bitch.
Pickle bitch.
Yes.
Bitch.
That's just back
Fuck
when
you.
Rick and Morty was good.
Until people threw a fit over Szechuan sauce.
No, that I never understand why. It just looks tough. I don't know why anybody wanted that.
I mean, the show never clicked for me every time I watch it. Just probably wasn't my type of show.
I watched it, but now it's just I don't even know what to make of it now.
I mean, Rick and Morty is kind of, you know, one of those shows that really killed like sincere writing in like TV and film. Cause like everything, you know, I feel like, you know, around that time everybody was just doing stuff to be, you know, ironic or some shit, and not like, you know, writing a genuine fucking story.
Well, at least for Adult
Like
Swim, at least it
genuine
has.
fucking characters.
Well, for Adult Swim, at least it has airtime now, because I believe Teen Titans Go or other shows on the Cartoon Network is probably what contributed to killing Cartoon Network by this point.
Uh-huh.
Oh
That
my
and
God,
the
Teen
decline
Titans
of TV.
Go.
Yeah, and the
Oh, God.
decline of cable television, of course.
I
Uh,
gotta hop off, gang. I'm
No.
on
Right.
Alright.
Catch y'all later.
So yeah.
All right.
Right.
Oh
But-
yeah, there's a problem too. I wish there was a
feel
rock
like,
the vote thing.
I feel like a lot of shows that are like Rick and Morty and stuff like that are now
why are we on the same map again?
That's an issue that I tend to run into on the shuffling maps feature, because apparently at times you'll just shuffle to the same map apparently once or twice, and if you're unlucky, it might be several times before it actually changes the map.
All right.
If it
Well,
was
is
a-
there a way to like go to the next map?
Sadly not. I wish there was a mutator I can find that allows you to have this rock the vote type, functionality. But unfortunately, couldn't find any, nor I have the skills to make one. So we're kind of stuck on playing the same map.
Okay.
At least I could. Oh, maybe I could probably bring up the old Unreal developers and. if
Yeah,
they can make these
I
good,
really,
yeah.
they really should. I mean, I feel like this should be a common sense thing of like.
Right. I
Yeah.
probably should bring it up to the people at the old Unreal Discord, and hopefully they'll look into
Yeah.
that when they decide to make another 227 patch.
which is gonna be in the million years.
227M coming 2050. There you go.
No, in 2291.
That too.
That will be like the one the
2097.
Why is there two of everyone
Wait, what?
on the
I don't
scoreboard?
see that. I don't see that. It says 3.
Fuck? Yeah, I
Uh,
only see 3 as well.
okay, well let me reconnect then.
There was another map vote system I tried, but the problem is every time the map
Okay,
would
now it's
rotate-
showing 3 of each of us. What the fuck?
What the? Okay, that's weird. I don't know. There's a possible chance I probably should have stayed to using enhanced deathmatch, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. I guess so. I mean, then again, there's also something to keep in mind about. Actually, I don't remember why I ditched enhanced deathmatch. Actually.
Because enhanced deathmatch disables the old Unreal patch's text scaling.
Oh,
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah, it
Maybe that's
did.
one of the reasons, but I thought the main reason was probably because I wanted to incorporate a more vanilla scoreboard from the unpatched versions, but apparently that proved to be more of a hassle to get that going, especially if you're trying to
Are you guys
backport.
Brian,
still
are
in
you
this-
in the Brian, are you in the water?
No.
Okay, yeah, no, I
From
see
above.
I see you like running in the water. What the fuck?
Okay, that's strange.
Yeah, no, that's really fucking weird.
I guess I'm gonna have to restart the server then. Or do
I'm-
you want to switch to another game? That's up to you guys.
honestly,
No,
like we're
whoa.
only
Just-
3 now.
Just
and-
restart the server.
Yeah.
Just
Fair
pick a
enough.
map and restart the server.
Fair enough. Okay, reconnect this BPS a bit.
No, this is gonna be my last game.
It's a final countdown. Yeah, that's
I've been streaming for how long? Yeah, it's been an hour. And
okay,
my
that's
back is
sold out.
my back is starting to hurt.
My leg.
I need a new chair though.
What?
I need a new chair.
Wait, it's the 97 server. Okay,
Yeah.
there it is. Okay, let's tilt the server off a bit and relaunch it. Although it will be back on deck 16, of course.
Well, can't you change the map manually through the console?
How I usually operate it a bit is it's a bash script I run. I could theoretically just, well, edit the script so I can, like, we can go to a different map that way.
Yeah, you
Probably,
could.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
could.
good.
Yeah, you could probably do that. Just pick a map we haven't played yet, like Tundra or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Alright, there we go. I think the server should be back up this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm connected now.
Oh, it put us to a riser. Okay, well, oh wait,
No,
no.
No, it.
Oh, okay, I got confused there.
We know, Brian. We know how confused you get sometimes.
You got your
I'll-
confused. You got confused, Brad.
I have the power
You got
to,
confused.
He has
To
the
embrace-
power of dementia.
No, I have the power of autism and anime by my side.
That's.
See, it works.
Uh.
I have the
I win by
power of being a crazy fuck.
You have the power of liking. how
Don't
many
you
inches do you think-
fucking dare, Bratis, bring that up. Don't you dare bring that up.
It's working.
It's not working. I
Right.
just don't want to hear it.
I
defeating
think
eggplant
you.
with
I think you
autism.
do. I
no,
think you
did
do.
not. No, I did not. You're gonna corrupt my live stream.
Corrupt your live stream with what, eggplant?
With nothing, alright?
With big
nothing.
Buddha cock.
Big,
That's right.
big. You want me to mention the F word, but I'm not gonna mention it. You know, I'm
your
Which,
fat?
which F word? The
I'm-
one that I just said?
Yes, the one that you just said.
Okay.
Oh yes.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get demonetized, but I don't care. I don't monetize my videos.
Who are you? Some rich YouTuber with thousands, if not 10,000 subscribers with monetization and ad revenue.
Bro, you are. If you
And
have
sponsorships.
10,000, bro, you are not getting rich from 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, make that a
I-
million.
Even then, I don't know anymore.
I mean,
Imagine
you
if there was a
have to,
YouTube channel that
if
reached
you
1
want to
trillion
be,
subs.
if you want that amount of subscribers,
Bro,
You
bro's
have to
getting
act like
bro's
Logan
getting
Paul.
subscribers from other planets then, if they got that many.
Nah, just buy subscribers. You're welcome. What free follows? Click on this link down below.
How much in the
yeah.
Click on this link for free AI followers.
For free
Wanna
AI
become
followers.
famous?
I'm
God,
gonna
remember
ask
that fucking-
ChatGPT to subscribe to my channel.
Chat CBT when?
Chat CBT.
That should be a website for dating, AI date sites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna date an AI. I'm gonna call it AI Chu. AI Chan.
AI. Hey, eggplant.
What, Bratis? What do you want?
Ciao. Do you want an AI Akage Megane companion? Just go to character.ai. something. Character.ai. Yeah, that's where you can find a Kage companion for hire. Using
For
AI.
hire.
Real.
Yeah, I'm the waifu pimp, remember?
Now I'm gonna buy you.
What? I wonder if somebody
it's-
made me I wonder if somebody made me into an AI character AI.
Good question. Let's go hire some. Well, actually, let's go get somebody like I don't know,
If
Snake
somebody
to make an
actually
AI
do
character.
that, you will have my blessing. Actually,
Yeah,
Somebody watch
You know
out.
what's funny is like one of my bosses has an AI profile picture on Slack.
oh god.
I mean, I'll give him this. At least all the people in the image have the correct amount of fingers, but it's still just so obviously AI. And
we're gonna generate a
and it
stable
just-
diffusion.
And I mean, it does capture how the image does capture how fat he looks. So
AI generated open rift.
Oh god.
What?
Yeah.
white man.
I hate how like the buzzword nowadays in tech it's AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a fucking bubble that needs to burst.
AI, more like 5 coder.
It's
Yeah,
all
no,
just,
exactly. That's
it's all just syntax stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's really just. I mean, that's really the crux of AI training. It's really just keywords and shit.
It's very easy to make. You know what's funny? My service provider advertised their fiber connection. They have,
Enhanced
like,
by AI.
Well, but you're not far from it, but
Fuck.
in the advertisement, you see like the parents entering like their kid's room, and he's like, "Mom, Mom, I just downloaded a new AI." It's so cringe.
I just downloaded a new AI. Yeah, the whole thing, guys.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, I just downloaded this Laura from my AI image generator. Now I can
downloaded
create
dedicated WAM.
And
yes,
why
I
the
can
advertisement
generate
is that,
all
because
the Taco Bell waifu.
See, that's proof that like nobody in charge knows what AI is.
yeah, because they're fucking French. They're French Canadian.
Well, no, it's because
Buzzword.
No, I'm
because
just
they're
joking.
it's because they're fat, greedy suits that don't
Yeah,
actually
because
know
they're
anything.
the company that owns Videotron is a fucking Quebec nationalist company.
Oh, it's a Oh, they're a bunch of fucking nationalists. No wonder they're so
what
fucking
this
stupid.
means is that in Quebec we have people that we call separate. I don't. I mean, most people call them nationalists, but it's mostly people who wants Quebec to separate from Canada. It's not really possible.
Yeah, no, that sounds really stupid.
Yeah, that's half of the people that we have. That's half of our government in Quebec. So yeah, to the point where they become like Nazis, and they want to like. If you speak English in the store, you're not allowed to do so. It's actually legal.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
stupid
really
as fuck.
fucking.
It's
That's
stupid.
yeah, no. That's really fucking stupid. What the hell?
Yep.
That is, bro. I fucking hate white people sometimes.
I mean, I'm not.
Like I'm not, like
I'm half
as
Native
the most
American,
as
so-
the most generic looking white guy in this call. Like, I just, bro, what?
I'm reminded
not
of the
even,
21st century meme.
White
100%
people
white.
are just so fucking insufferable sometimes.
I'm not 100% white. I have like indigenous blood in me.
My mom says that we allegedly have some Native American heritage, but I mean,
You know,
she's
I mean,
Me,
on
it's
her
just
side,
about-
which I don't really believe because she's.
Reminds me of that one Hexen 2 meme I made of the 21st century memes. White people be alike.
I have my mother actually confirmed that because she's working on our family heritage,
I mean, the
our
only
family history, and yes.
I
it
mean,
is
Native
true.
Americans were cool as shit. They really
Yeah.
didn't deserve what they got.
I mean, for me, I mean,
Hell,
family
you're talking to the
history-wise,
one,
I mean,
you're
Yes,
talking to
we know,
somebody who
Brian.
is half
yeah.
indigenous, so that means I'm cool as hell. And I riff. You admit
No,
it.
you're the exception. You're a fucking dweeb, bro.
Remember, folks,
I don't really know
Ireland
the
for
history
life.
about Native Americans, so I can't say anything on that subject.
They call me the Celtic redhead nerd booba.
No, yeah, that's what whoever they are, calls you.
However,
Redhead nerd booba.
There's a rabbit outside of my window right now.
I
There's
saw
a
some.
rabbit.
I
What's
saw
that,
some rabbits on the drive to work when I was leaving
And
the
you
neighborhood.
kill them with your car.
No,
You
I
Oh
need
my
like
to do the
bunnies.
Carmageddon on them.
If you kill them, I'm gonna go full fucking Doom guy on your ass.
I
Understand
don't
me?
kill them.
Episode 4 be
Attack
like.
rabbits
Goat
for
tea,
rare.
Yeah.
You know what we get? We get
Go
turkeys.
see him the way you go see Conmaker.
Real.
Shut up, dude. Scarecrow, shut the fuck up. Don't
We
say
get
that again.
Turkeys.
Reversey.
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 Goatsy versus Steve Ballmer.
Banksy
Real
versus
two vote.
Goatsy. Who would win?
Goatsy!
Goatsy.
Exactly.
No way,
Reversey. All these
Someone
pictures in
should've-
reversey for just how much did you guess? 500? 1,000?
1,000.
Even more!
Even
No,
more?
it's just
No.
$500!
$99. That's right. It's an incredible value, but it's true. Just $99.
Order today!
There's
Order
$99 for Goatsy. Order today.
I mean, that's what Windows Experience is, Scootsy.
I mean,
Are you
Windows
sure,
used
are you
to
sure
be
it's not
good.
like
I remember
Are you sure it's not like
Windows
an
was
OS
good
from-
No,
operating
that's
I mean, I was about
that's
to
really
say,
the
are you
only
sure it's
reason
not,
that people still use Windows is because, it's because it's established and it's familiar and like people, that's what
Oh,
everybody
whatever.
makes their fucking software for.
Oh, whatever.
And I mean, I also have a practical reason to use Windows over other stuff, and that's mostly for like testing things. Because I need to make sure it fucking works on Windows.
guys, we should be developing for the Apple Lisa.
Yes.
Are there any games for the Apple Lisa?
That's actually a good question.
th-
That's
I
actually a
don't
good
think
question.
because
I mean, let's see.
Apple
So
Lisa
I
was
mean, they
a
made there.
yeah.
There are people that made games for the Apple One,
well, yeah. The thing is,
like
Apple
way after
Lisa
the
didn't
fact,
even didn't have a chance because a year later the Macintosh already launched.
Yeah.
So the Apple
And
Lisa
who
came
had
out
a
like a
Lisa at
year.
the time?
It
I
was.
don't know.
I've heard it was a kind of a failure. So.
Yeah, it was a failure. So was
But the funny
Apple
part, whatever was
III.
left of the Apple Lisa got turned into the Macintosh XL, and get this, they weren't actually using Mac OS. It was using a specialized version called, I think it was called Pro Tools or ProWorks, what do they call it? And they
Profile?
emulate the stuff needed to run Mac applications.
That's kind of
Apparently.
strange.
It
That's. I mean, it's kind
is.
of kind of ahead of its time almost. I don't know how well it emulates it.
But you can emulate that said thing on an Apple Lisa emulator.
That's
Apparently, there's an emulator for it.
Well, of course there is. I think every like old Apple thing has some form of emulator.
I wonder, like, what if the Apple One had? I mean, Apple One might.
Yes,
have
it does.
emulator somewhere.
I've
Okay.
seen it. I've seen it. I've
I
used
fucked
it.
around with this one Apple II
There's no
emulator.
backspace. There's no backspace on the Apple One, so.
Oh yeah, of course. Now I remember fucking around with the Apple II emulator way back then. It was called Win. I think it was called WinApple.
Yes,
Apple Win?
yes, I've used that one.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
If you buy the collector's edition of Dangerous Dave, you get the Apple II versions of the Dangerous Dave games using Apple Win Apple Win.
Wait a
Right.
minute. So, Dangerous Dave was on.
Yeah, it was originally
Yeah, it was an Apple II game.
Dangerous Dave was originally on the Apple II. The DOS port came later.
Yeah.
I think there were like, I don't remember how many Apple II Dangerous Dave games there were exactly.
Very good question.
I'm excited for that. What was it? What was that game? That's like
Honey Select
very
3? Yeah,
No.
I know
Real.
you're excited for that game opener.
bro. I don't play porn games. I don't play my porn.
Yeah, you
That's
watch.
what if it has
You
Robo
watch
Lady?
it, though.
Well, again, I won't play it. I will watch it.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
but the
enough.
only thing you'll be playing it with it would be your joystick, ladies.
That's correct. Yeah, yes, that's yes.
Yeah, you gotta play the game with one hand,
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
you
rule of the game.
Yeah. There was the other day my friend was here. Was here, and I told my friend I wonder if this would work. So I went on my smart TV. I went on Pornhub and I put like a random porn video and we watched it on the fucking TV. We were
That's
laughing so
hilarious.
hard.
How to download porn on your PS3?
This is what you do.
But
That's
imagine
a
if,
funny video.
imagine playing porn sounds on the intercom at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be funny.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, that's a prank, bro. Until you get banned from the store.
Exactly.
You go to a Walmart you've never gone to before, and you do it.
That's a fail already because I went through all fucking Walmarts in my area.
Well, no, go to like one outside your area or something. I don't fucking know.
Real.
Because there's ain't a lot of. The only place I think I've never been to a Walmart is at Ottawa, and I barely go there. In fact, I don't want to
Imagine
drive in Ottawa. It's a pain in the ass.
Man, I left my Bluetooth portable speakers at a Walmart. I wonder what happens when I play something on it.
Bony basketball. Bony
Funny
basketball.
Right, no, just have a fucking loop of me saying "bony basketball" playing over the loudspeaker. Yeah,
Or
basketball.
just constantly play Dreamy Bull clip.
I have a.
I'm about to.
There's something
I'm
I
about
always
to
wanted to do
go.
though. Is
What?
I take the Bluetooth speaker and I put porn on it. I get like
Try
far
to
enough.
play porn on your Bluetooth speaker.
How to play porn on your Bluetooth
Yeah,
speaker.
right.
How to play porn on your Macintosh Cola Classic.
How to play porn on your 3DS.
Gone wrong.
I did that.
And that is
I actually did that younger, actually. I'm not joking. I actually did that. It didn't load any porn video site, but it loaded porn picture site.
Man.
I remember I even used my, you know what, this is going too far.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop you right there before you self-report on Twitch.tv
I don't stream on Twitch.
or YouTube or wherever the fuck you use.
No, I use Chatterbait.
Right. He masturbates on Chatterbait.
Yeah, I masturbate
Exactly.
while I play Unreal. Yeah, Riff.
Bro is gooning to prisoner 849.
More like gooning to that Pandora lady at the crypt levels. Good idea. The goddess.
Real.
Yes. This is how we do it while we play it on our Pentium 2s with a 3DFX Voodoo 2 video graphic accelerator card with 64 megabytes of RAM and no sound card.
No sound card.
Using your imagination, using your you-know-what now joystick.
My Logitech, no, my Microsoft Sidewinder Precision Pro.
I Sidewinder Precision. I'm gonna use the what the fuck was it
You'd be
called?
yoinking it with
Thing
a
that
Sidewinder
LJR
Precision
used that
Pro.
was like a huge ball. A huge
What?
spear.
The
Space
fucking
orb?
yeah, the space orb. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this to play GTA 6. Yeah, suck it,
Bro,
haters.
they better have support for it, or I'm boycotting the game.
Yeah, they better have
Real.
support for it. I mean, it's a PC joypad. I'm pretty sure it would work.
Yes. Give 5 money for a copy of Unreal Tournament.
A copy of Unreal 4.
4 real. Man, when we're gonna have an Unreal 3? Never, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Daddy Sweeney is too much of a dickhole.
Because you know, Unreal is, or Epic is, you know, ungrateful of the game that made them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the fan also.
Yeah.
It's not Unreal Engine, it's the Fortnite engine. Get it right, bro.
They might as well rename it to that. given
Pretty
how-
much,
given how
yeah.
much they've tried to erase their own past.
Right.
I
stupid.
swear to God, if it's gonna be changed to the Fortnite engine, I'm no longer gonna
it wouldn't
use
be.
it.
I mean, it's not surprising, so it's kind of inevitable by this
I mean,
point.
although I guess the thing is, Unreal Engine has decoupled itself from its namesake so much because it's like you look up Unreal, you're not gonna you know get the 1998 game. You're gonna get stuff about Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The engine has overshadowed the game, which very few I think is something very few games have you know really had that kind of scenario.
I think it might be the only game because Serious Sam, the Serious engine, hasn't really been used on a lot of games.
I mean, well, I can't think of any games besides Serious Sam that use the Serious engine.
There was a few games, but they weren't really popular.
Like made by Crow Team.
I don't know. I think it was a third-party developer.
I feel like there was a game. I mean, I could be wrong. It might be on the Serious Engine, might not be, but it was called Nitro Family,
Uh-huh.
something like that.
And what was that game like?
I recall. Almost looks like it almost looks as about as wacky as Serious Sam itself. But I guess it's a first-person shooter. I haven't looked into it too much, but the impression I get out of it reminds me of Serious Sam's goofiness.
Uh-huh.
Boom. But yeah, that was very unfortunate about the new Unreal tournament that was originally going to be developed. I've said this
Yeah.
before, of course. Like, it was one of the main reasons why I wanted to get a better PC because, I mean, of that game.
I was
Yeah.
so
But unfortunately,
excited. I remember that.
yeah, I was very excited. So much that I was really hyped about wanting to get a better PC to play it smoothly. But that kind of fizzled out, unfortunately. But that was until the only reason why I wanted to get a better PC anyway was because of the VTuber stuff
Mm,
and how resource intensive that was.
I wanted a more powerful computer just because I'm a fucking computer nerd and
I probably need to upgrade the rest of my computer at some point
I'm
soon.
building a new computer soon. I'm gathering the parts. So my computer, next month I'm buying the case. Next month I'm buying the CPU and the cooler. The month after that is.
I don't know if I need to get a new cooler. Like, I don't know if, like, I mean, I don't know if, like, you know, if like because I'm getting would get a new motherboard and CPU and shit, if I would need to get like a whole new cooler because I don't know if it would still mount.
I'm gonna get a new cooler because I wanna build like a monster. This time around, I wanna buy a
Bro wants to build a Monster Energy can. Bro wants to
Real.
build the isn't there a Monster Energy PC? I feel like that
Good question.
exists.
yeah.
Good question, actually.
The case I want is that Silverstone case that looks like an old DOS computer.
Yeah, no, I think I saw an article about that. It looks so good. That honestly, that right there you could use for like a new DOS machine, like a new DOS or Win9X machine.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting to have if, depending on how much they make out of it, like make the, quantities of those same cases, that is.
Yeah.
Because they could be limited, I don't know. But yeah,
it's possible.
I do believe that in terms of, well, getting a new PC, that is, I've already expressed this idea of well, like how beast of a PC I've come up with, which might cost me a few $1,000s. Fucking Intel Core Ultra.
Now
And,
I'm going at Ryzen. My next
Honestly,
computer build
I might go Ryzen this time around as well.
Possibly, because I believe the Ryzen has a longer upgrade path compared to Intel.
Yeah.
You mean a longer, lifetime?
Upgrade path as in like, you don't have to buy another motherboard.
I'm
Just to
thinking
upgrade
of
a
building
CPU.
a Threadripper. Though.
Oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
because
know
they
that.
rely on a certain socket. Like, at the time, I mean, it might be different now, because they probably made the switch to how Intel CPUs are usually put together. Because prior to that, it was all pins and shit.
Yeah.
And it stayed consistent in terms of upgrade paths.
I have one of the last pin-based Ryzen CPUs.
Oh yeah, so they ditched the pin socket stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Because I recall those were kind of a little bit of a hassle at times.
Yeah.
Now, because of the LGA stuff, and they made the switch of that, I feel like they might be consistent with that as well. I believe. So that's one of the cool parts from AMD's CPU lineup is that you don't have to worry about frequently buying another motherboard just to upgrade the CPU.
That's good. That's actually a very good selling point.
I'm gonna go with the best I can afford, though.
I don't know if I might get a Ryzen 7 this time around.
That's what I'm going with.
Right. There's a chance I'll probably go AMD as well.
Though I'm not going back with Asus. I always bought like Asus motherboard for the longest time.
I still buy Asus.
Though I might switch to MSI because Asus
MSI is a good
done
brand.
a lot of shady stuff.
Yeah, I've been using MSI as well, actually.
As much as I love
MSI,
MSI, they've been doing a lot of shady stuff recently.
I always kind of, I don't know. MSI always seemed, honestly, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about MSI.
Though I hate Gigabyte.
Other than like the fact that their logo looks like a fucking Italian car. No, it looks like an Italian car manufacturer logo.
Oh,
no, wait.
That's MSI.
MSI's logo definitely reminds me of a car brand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. You
Well,
said
I
MSI,
don't know,
right?
I'm just
Yeah,
buying the
MSI,
case next month. I was supposed to buy a cooler, but I want to buy a good cooler.
But yeah, I mean, I guess going AMD might also, like, they're also kind of like, less pricier than Intel to some degree.
Yeah, they've always been the cheaper option.
Right.
Since the beginning.
No, I'm thinking of trying Ark though. I don't know if Ark is good.
The Ark Survival Evolved.
No. But
Yeah,
there does leave a
I've
debate
heard
on
that
whether or
they-
not.
I mean, Intel have always had like good Linux support.
Oh, you're talking about talking
Yeah.
about their.
I
Honestly,
will.
I don't know what what the horsepower is like on that, and I feel like you don't really hear much about ray tracing on that or
Honestly, I don't care about that.
well yeah I mean I'm just saying in terms of like that kind of just the watermark of or the I guess the benchmark of gaming capability these days.
I guess I will note about graphics. There's a chance I might go back to Nvidia in the future.
All right.
I-
Hold on,
Possible.
guys. I'm gonna close the stream.
Alright.
I think
Alright.
I'm gonna close the stream.
Yeah, I think I'm probably done playing for now.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
hold on.
just-
I'll be back. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the live stream. I will see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys possibly next Friday.